IBMA convention in Raleigh.
I'm so excited to be here.
That's right. This is
where else would I rather be? Nowhere.
Nowhere. It has been a crazy day. We have seen so many great, amazing musicians walking by the booth. Come by and visited with us, played some music in here. Yeah. We've had a bunch that played live for you. That's been awesome.
We've been selling some instruments at this
show,
which is awesome.
That's right.
Our Facebook likes are going up. If you haven't already gone to our website, theacousticshop.com/giveaway.htm.
Giveaway.
We're doing this big giveaway where you're going to get a Eastman E1D, and that contest goes to the end of the year. But you have all kinds of ways of getting like 10 extra entries.
That's right.
Like you like our Facebook page, you like our YouTube channel, subscribe. You're going to get all kinds of extra entries, and you get entries just for putting your email in there, and we're going to get to watch our Facebook counter go up as you do that, which is very exciting.
It's been hitting. Like I watched it and it goes blah, 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 blah.
Cranking. We do want to thank our lead sponsors.
Yes, Silver Dollar City, 60th year, their diamond anniversary. You guys should come and hang out on a roller coaster with us at Silver Dollar City for the Bluegrass and barbecue, at least, if not a whole bunch of other stuff.
Eat a lot of barbecue and then spin around on a ride.
That's what everybody should do. I don't think that's a great idea. But we got another band coming in here that's going to be amazing. We've been friends with most of these people for a long time, and they're going to be playing for you just after the next break. So we're real excited
tonight, but we got a bunch more tomorrow night.
Yep.
And tomorrow afternoon, and tomorrow morning.
And tomorrow, yeah, and tomorrow after that.
The day after that.
Then we have an 18-hour drive back home.
And we're going to live stream the entire drive. So it's going to be riveting.
It's going to be awful. Anyway, we are glad that you're with us, and get ready because Lorraine, Jordan, and Carolina Road is going to be here very shortly, like right after this next thing.
We're just going to make you wait.
Yeah, you're going to watch this thing, and then they're going to be on right after this. Hey, I'm Jason Chapman, and I run a music store with my brothers, John and Jeremy. People are always asking, what is it like to be in a family business? Well, I've been in a band with my family for the last 28 years.
And if that wasn't enough, we recently opened a music shop. Since opening the shop, we found that the people that come through the door are just about as unique as the instruments they carry.
And now, since they gave us a TV show,
we leave the cameras running, and there's always something going on at the shop.
Hanging in there.
Good.
My brain, hoping to find a way out. I've had enough of this continual rain. Changes are coming, no doubt. It's been a too long time with no peace of mind. I'm ready for the times to get better. A long, long time.
Yeah, good to see you.
I'm ready for the times to get better.
Tootsie Roll in my mouth.
That would be appreciated. All right, we're here at IBMA with the president of IBMA, Mr. Greg Cahill. Mr. President, thank you for being here today. We appreciate your time.
It's totally my pleasure to see the Chappies TV show and to be here visiting with you.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Wait.
Is it true that once you become president, you never have to open your own door again?
Yeah, there are doors opening and closing for me all the time in my journey here as president of the IBMA. It's pretty interesting.
The question's going to get a little bit more hard-hitting now.
Okay.
How would you respond to your critics that say yours has been a lame duck presidency that was won on empty promises and campaign slogans?
I'd say now is the time. I'd say lame duck what? I'd say I like duck.
That's pretty good soundbite we got right there. Now, with the current bailout proposal, how is that going to affect the IBMA?
Well, if you leave the bales in, then they're just too protected. We like to have the bales out because how else will the cows get to the bales?
I never thought of it that way. Now we can see why you became president. You're well versed in foreign affairs, and a lot of people said a banjo player could never become president. Is that you were the first? No, you were the second. So that is surprising. What do the banjo players have a lock on this?
I think so because, well, it's thumb, index, middle, and Pete Wernick was a banjo player, and he was the president. And then, of course, thumb, index, middle, that's Tim, right? So Tim O'Brien was the president, and then I got to be president after David Crow. But he was a fiddle player, and that was just a little slip.
Well, as long as we got a musical cabinet, I'm sure you guys can get together and jam. That's all that's necessary. I would have to agree. And we appreciate you taking the time out today to be a part of this craziness that goes on here, and for providing the event that we could take this type of thing to the American people and to the world.
That's right. We want a banjo in every home.
That is a good slogan. Banjo in every home. All right, thank you.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back.
We're live again.
We're back.
We're live. You're live. We're live.
Oh, we're live.
We're live.
Be careful.
I
We're
hope I'm
live.
live.
Don't say anything you don't want to be heard because we're live.
Good.
We are back here again at the IBMA World of Bluegrass in Raleigh, North Carolina, and nobody knows Raleigh, North Carolina
That's
like
true.
this lady right here. Trust
She
me,
gives private tours.
She knows Raleigh better than anybody I know. How long have you been in Raleigh?
I've been here since 1984.
84.
84.
And you're like part of the whole culture around here. You've been
Oh, yeah.
involved in more than just bluegrass here, even though bluegrass is your strong suit here in Raleigh.
I got real estate here.
Real estate?
And I have, been in charge of some things that have been happening in Raleigh besides bluegrass. I have a driving school here where we do driver education. Jordan Driving School. Got to get a plug out.
He could use some of that.
I need some of that.
No, what you might need is my coffee.
She got that
You're
too,
kind of
that's
laid
right.
back today. No, I'm kidding.
I need a coffee now.
Coffee and
Now.
driving training before we leave Sunday. That would be
Exactly.
helpful.
No, I have a coffee house 7 miles from here. It's called Lorraine's Coffee House. Bluegrass music every Friday night. We have classic country, karaoke. I play also in a band called Lorraine's Legends where I play the guitar and sing. I'm actually Jane Fogarty. I do CCR tribute songs.
Really?
Yeah, I've been doing that for a while on the side.
I think you need to take on more projects.
I got
I
you.
think there's
Too much
something.
time on your hands.
I got one coming up with Michael Martin Murphy.
Well, there you go. Another one.
Tell us about that one.
Yeah, well, he's just such an icon. I mean, I love him. Carolina the Pines, Cherokee Fiddle. He's been on movies. He's written songs for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Wildfire. I'm going to be kicking Wildfire off with the mandolin instead of a
That'd be
flute.
awesome.
Or a
The way it was
keyboard.
intended.
Yeah.
That is the way it was intended.
Yeah, the way it was intended. The way I thought it should have been. Like, if Mark Stewart can do Maggie May with the Mandolin, why not, right?
Yeah.
But I remember coming out here years and years ago, and you were the driving force around this area for bluegrass music, and you've been really pushing it. And it's good to have you doing that because
Here we are.
I mean,
Everybody
you brought
needs that.
IBMA here. Is that?
Well,
We'll just give you credit for it.
Yeah,
either
we-
way.
yeah,
I'll
I'll take it. You know, it was a good suggestion. Actually, it's a good place. I think Raleigh's been good for IBMA. And, you know, it's nice for me. I get to sleep in my own bed.
That must be nice.
So when did Carolina Road Band start?
It started in the early 2000s. You know, I was a side person in some bands, and just kind of got thinking, you know, hey, kind of an organizer, you know, take charge type person. I thought maybe I could do this, you know, do some of my own songs, you know, kind of set my own style and do some side projects, and got into it, got the band going, and it's just been together. Now we're looking at a pretty good long time. Been on Pine Castle Music.
Yep.
Friends of yours.
Yep. We
Endorsed
was
by
on there for a long
GHS
time.
Strings, except
Yep.
for Fiddle, Diodario, and Blue Chip Picks, and
Boy, she's getting all the plugs in here.
yeah,
right now.
and I'm playing a Hutto mandolin.
There you go.
But I like to give some mandolins too. All right, there you go. How'd I get them? Did I get them?
I think you got them all.
You got all yours, I guess. It's good.
And I love Silver Dollar City. Did I say I love Silver Dollar
That's right.
City?
See, that's
Please
our
plug
plug right
that
there.
was a good move. I mean, they're watching right now.
Played there many times. D.A. Calloway's a good friend of mine. I've walked up that hill and rode that roller coaster and gone through those caves in the
With
middle
her
of
mandolin,
sets.
in tow.
You have to
Literally
take
sat
it.
there and played it on the roller coaster. It
Well,
was crazy.
when you get off stage, you have to take your instrument and you go ride the roller coaster with the mandolin
if you say
and
so,
a
Lorraine.
barbecue
If you
sandwich.
say so.
and a drink. Oh, and don't forget the kettle corn.
Anyway, it is good to have you here. It was great. Continued success. You guys have had good success with the latest album, and I am looking forward to this new Michael Martin Murphy album.
Yeah.
Can't wait to
I'm
hear
a
it.
huge fan. So,
I'm a huge fan too, and just coming off Bluegrass, #1 4 months in a row, stayed on charts 15 months, and I think that was a good song written by David Stewart. It was a good song for us to put it out there at the time. But you know, I like to do different things. I did Country Grass, I did Daughters of Bluegrass. Now we're gonna go do Michael Martin Murphy
There you
songs,
go.
and then
You're
I'll
all
get
over the
back.
place.
Probably come back and do another traditional CD later.
Well, get out here and check out Lorraine's coffee. I haven't had it yet, but it's guaranteed to make you play bluegrass faster.
And if you need help with your driving, you can also see
You
Lorraine.
also got that.
And if you need a bluegrass band, it's CarolinaRoadBand.com.
There you go. She's a fucking
Set,
machine.
yes.
Anyway, we will catch you guys after this next break.
Nailed it. One of the cool things when we opened the shop that we didn't realize would happen was some of the interesting and very unique instruments that would be brought into us. And this one, more of the story behind the guitar makes it really interesting. But when I first saw it, I thought it was pretty unique because it is dated 1932. The fellow that brought it in didn't know much of the history on it, so we did a little bit of research, and Liz kind of looked it up, and that's when the story got really interesting.
It's a cult guitar.
That is one way of putting it, yes.
Well, some people call it a cult. Some people just call it a commune. Either way, it was called House of David, and it was established in 1903 by a guy named Benjamin Purnell. He says he's, kind of a messiah type.
Some of the cult, pretty much.
But he was like, all right, guys, let's just bring a bunch of people in. And he was like, listen, we're going to make a cannery. We're going to make a zoo. We're going to make a professional baseball team. And a bunch of really big bands. And we're going to present our word of whatever
I like where you're going.
to the masses with all of our creative abilities. Like, this baseball team was like the baseball's version of the Harlem Globetrotters. They could juggle baseballs. They could juggle baseball bats. And they didn't cut their hair, and they didn't cut their beards. So they had these glorious, 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 glorious hair. I mean, these guys brushed their hair, I would say, probably 100 times before bed.
They were like modern day hipsters, pretty much.
Yeah, But
except
even,
could play baseball.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is they even had, it was a professional baseball team, so they had baseball cards, and they toured and played with some of the top teams out there. Just a very cool, unique story, and a big history. A lot of these instruments, you never get to realize what the history is. This one we're actually able to get online and do some research. So this is just one of the interesting instruments that we've had in the shop, and definitely the story behind it is more interesting than the instrument probably. As you can tell, Liz was very enthusiastic about the history of the House of David.
And the history of their beards.
Yes, that was probably the most exciting part. The story behind this is very interesting. It's just one of those little things that we love about the shop, is getting to hold some of these instruments and learn the history of them. But we have been able to purchase a lot of other cool historic instruments and some very, very neat and unique ones. And we're going to be doing little features on all of those throughout the seasons here. So check those out.
For an acoustic instrument, the Acoustic Shop is the place you want to go. The Acoustic Shop, we've been open about 4 years now and have been nominated Top 100 Dealer at NAMM Show for 2 years now.
At the Acoustic Shop, we mainly focus on acoustic music instruments and the accessories that go with them. Guitars, mandolins, banjos, basses, and accessories and the lessons and repairs that go along with those. It's something that we've been passionate about for the last 28 years of our lives, playing in a family band growing up. Then we opened a all-acoustic music store in Missouri to help fill the needs of people that are more focused on just that niche of the genre.
With us having all those years on the road, it's really helped us to find the right instrument for the right person. When somebody calls us or comes into the shop, we can actually talk to them and know exactly what kind of instrument would be the best fit for them. And I think that's just something that we bring that a lot of people can't.
Started out teaching lessons before we even opened the shop, so that is something that has been a passion of ours for the last 15 years.
I believe we've said this is where the pros teach, and I truly believe this is where the pros teach.
At the acoustic shop, this isn't just what we do, this is who we are.
So if you're wanting to learn how to play the banjo, the fiddle, the mandolin, guitar, the acoustic shop's the place for you. Hey guys, welcome back to another unbox. I am John, and this is Jeremy.
I'm here for support.
That's right. We are here from the acoustic shop to do an unboxing, this time of the Preston Thompson DMA. All right, so Preston Thompson, we are going to talk about those. These are guitars that are built up in Sisters, Oregon. Not Brothers, Oregon, Sisters, Oregon. I'm just going to keep staring at you until I get a reaction. Anyway, Preston Thompson started building, I believe, in the early or mid to late 70s. This has become the new hotshot guitar out there, and we are extremely glad to be dealers of Preston Thompson guitars. And this guitar right here, I have deliberately hesitated from ever going, this is the best anything that we have in the shop, but I'm going to break that rule and say, this is the best new dreadnought, mahogany dreadnought that I have ever played.
For your style.
For what I like. For my opinion, I just dumped my microphone. For my opinion, this is a quintessential flat picking guitar dreadnought. The DMA is dreadnought, mahogany back and sides.
There's the DM.
That's the M. And A for Adirondack spruce.
That's what I was thinking when they came up with the models.
That's right, DMA. They got it all together. A gorgeous piece. You'll see some figuring in this, so this is definitely one of those quadruple A Adirondack tops that we're all kind of looking for. It is. Tortoiseshell bound, gorgeous lacquer finish on this. Their finishes are very, very beautiful, and don't mind all my fingerprints that I've put all over it. A kind of matte finish neck, feels very speed-like, but very pre-war-like. And those of you who have played pre-war dreads, you know that that pre-war Martin sound and feel is a little bit different. It's 1 3/4 inches at the nut. This has a slight, what I'd call a modern V neck shape. But it also has something that's kind of a little bit more unique, and if you've played those old vintage guitars, you know what I'm talking about. A wider spacing at the bridge. It gives you a wider spacing for your pick. A lot of people find that to be really odd at first. I always say it takes me about 20 minutes of kind of just sitting and playing with it. Then it feels as natural as anything I've ever played. Actually, I kind of tend to prefer it out of those. But it very much just like those pre-war guitars. Extremely punchy. If you can't tell this from the video, this guitar just jumps out and gets in your face. And
strum it.
Yeah. What's really amazing about this guitar, and I'm going to do it, and the mic guys are going to hate me right here, but you can't overdrive this guitar. You may be able to overdrive the microphones that we're running into it, but I can hit it as hard as I want, and it doesn't seem to bottom out at all.
That's one of the things about Adirondack spruce. They can cut it thinner because it's a slower growing wood. It's hard, denser, and you really can't overdrive them. That wood just keeps growing. It keeps up with your right hand.
Right.
So if you're going to really,
whatever you want to put into it, that's what you're going to get back out of it. So like I said, a quintessential flat picker's dream guitar.
And that's why they're you're seeing them on a lot of stages now, because these hot shot pickers, they're key. Yeah, one of the things when you're a fast, which we chose that last song for a reason, when you're doing some fast flat picking, you want separation between your notes. If you have a kind of a mushy sound, then your notes all kind of blend together and you don't really hear the clarity between them. So a lot of players are actually playing really clean, but the guitar's really not got that definition. Where mahogany and Adirondack spruce, and then this Preston Thompson in particular, there's just this note separation. They're individual notes, even though they're all blending together.
I find that to be always a fight that guitar builders have to try to do is you want sustain. You don't want it to just sit there and pop out and die. You got enough sustain, but you want it to separate enough that you can hear the distinct notes. And this guitar has that, all of it. And like I said, and yet it's all clean and all punchy out there. Like I said, there's not more you can ask from a new Dreadnought guitar. Preston Thompson guitars, really, really big fans. I absolutely love this guitar. If I didn't already have 5 or 6 mahogany Dreadnought guitars, I would have taken this guitar home a long time ago. That and I would have had to convince my wife to take another guitar home. But those
if you can convince your wife that this is the guitar for you, you might notice that it just says Thompson here. I think that was a coin toss because they didn't have enough headstock room to write Preston Thompson, so they went with Thompson.
That is right. Gorgeous workmanship. Like I said, big fans of these, and we are glad to have them. You can check out this one, which is the DMA, on our website, theacousticshop.com, along with other Preston Thompson guitars and other guitars in general, mandolins, banjos, whatever it is.
We got all kinds of stuff on there.
And we appreciate you guys watching another episode of Unboxed. Until next time, thank you all.
more time, the last time for
What?
today.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is the end of day 2 of IBMA 2019. We've had a great lineup today. Not only the people that you guys got to see, but we had a lot of friends come by the booth, hang out, pick with us.
We've had some amazing musicians come by the booth. We have sold a lot of instruments, sold a lot of gear. Just come on by. We got Peterson
Our
tuners
lights
here.
are going up. It's
We got
impressive.
lights have been, yeah. We got, watch that counter just go boom, 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 boom.
Rolling over.
Again, we want to thank our lead sponsor, Silver Dollar City, for being with us. We got all kinds of great guitars and banjos and mandolins here, and we'd love for y'all to come by visit. If you haven't been to the Acoustic Shop Facebook page, do that. Go to the Ozark Music Shop Facebook, YouTube's, you name it, we got it happening.
Why waste a chance of liking us that way? Go to our website, theacousticshop.com/giveaway.htm. If
right.
you enter your email there, then every time that you like one of our pages, you're actually going to get more entries into a drawing for a free guitar.
Free Eastman guitar.
Unlike us right now, go back and re-like us and you get points
That
for it.
doesn't work that way.
Hey.
You can't do that. Anyway, thanks for joining us here in Raleigh, North Carolina for the World of Bluegrass. We've had a wonderful time. More great bands coming up. We got 2 more days of this and longer days coming up very shortly. So this is going to be a whole bunch of fun.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
That's right, we will. Bye.
Bye.